Well, ain't that nifty? It's time to go do day 50. Rooster's ready.
Who's ready to go see what kind of mischief we can get into today?
Welcome back, Hoopty Army. It is day 50. How about that? One day's just clicking away. So, let's get into it. If you don't know, this is old Big Mike. And this is the Hoopty Barn. And this is the Blue Goose. And we're going to get back at her. So, yesterday when we were finishing up, we were talking about where we were on the whole brake issue, and I had some suggestions, comments, whatnot about this not bleeding out. One of them was about that bleeder back there, maybe it being plugged up or something. I'm going to take that line off of there, and since I've got all this pressure on here, I'm going to try to blow the air from the bleeder back out through the bottom of the cylinder. And that's going to be my first attempt, I guess we'll call it, at trying to get this going. And then we'll go from there and see what that does for us, and we'll just get on with it. Alrighty then, that worked. We got her all bled out, got her all nice and tightened back up and all that stuff. Cleaned out our drum. We'll put that back on. And of course I'm going to lubricate all this stuff before I button it back up. But I just want to take a second to tell y'all, you know, when I say leave me a comment, you know, I don't just say it as an offhanded remark, you know, or just for filler. I mean it, you know, because I really appreciate the advice that y'all give me when I ask questions like, what in the world are these little dudes? Well, apparently I found out that they're virgin clips. That they're I guess, originally to hold the drums on there or whatever, you know, and people don't put them back on after they've changed the brakes or whatever. So now I know that. I didn't know that before. So, thank you. And the other thing we were talking about was this rear end underneath here. So, I didn't give very good description of this rear end. Oh, from all accounts, it's an early 8 3/4. But what threw me is, if you look at this, see, it's kind of got that contour on it instead of just being flat like a normal one. And it's a front loader, but I haven't got the front scraped off yet. Here in a little bit, after I finish with these front brakes, I'm going to get out here. I'm going to try and get these front brakes bled. And after that, I'll get underneath there and I'll try to scrape off the front part of that pig and see if we can find any numbers. So that's where we're at. Alright, so this one here seems to have the JB virus. That dude does not want to come off. I have sprayed it with the loose juice. I wired, brushed, and wire wheeled around the studs and around the center of the hub there. But fortunately, I was able to get this front line off. Unbelievably. And yes, it was clogged big time. But put the air hose to it, and now she's cleaned out. So I'm going to take a chance, and I'm just going to go ahead and hook this line back up after, you know, blow out all the junk out of the wheel cylinder. But I'm going to try just hooking them up, and unless I absolutely have to, I'm not going to beat on it anymore. I mean, I've been beating. This dude does not want to come on. So anyway, is what it is. Moving forward. So this one's going to be a bit more extensive on the driver's side. We got the passenger side all bled out, got it cleaned out and bled out. But this one here, got all my steering linkage, my old steering linkage. And this is going to have to come off. I'm going to have to take off this and this right here and take off that arm and that. And I can't get to nothing in there, man. Are you kidding me? There's like no room to work in there. So, all right. So that was fun. Gave us just enough room to get that dude off of there. Got that steering business off of there. And, yeah, we'll worry about all that later. Now we'll put this back together, finish bleeding out this last little bit. Alright, so we got them brakes squared away. Now, back to this rear differential. I scraped off everything on the driver's side and found nothing number-wise. But now when we come over here, yeah, we found something there. Now I believe it says 14025A with the little tab says 331. That's pretty good gear, I think. At least for, you know, either racing or running. But there it is. We found something. So, do me a favor. Tell me what's the diff. And, it's getting hot in here. So, I'm going to call it a day. Do me a favor, if you ain't subscribed, go ahead and do so if you don't mind. And give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And, you know, hit that notification bell so you know when my next video comes out, which, you know, will be tomorrow. And until next time, you know the drill. Y'all keep watching. I'm going to keep on working.